What is up, everybody? Ugh. How's it going? Sorry if you hear noise in the background. I have my windows open. Dogs are barking. Sorry for the wait. It's been a very busy day today already. I'm exhausted already. How's everyone doing today? What's up, Saiku, Connor? How are you guys doing? How is it hanging? Oh, I've had a lot of stuff going on. Went down to visit my grandma. Problem is that she's like an hour away just to get there. It's another hour back. But before I could actually even get back home, I had to go do some IT stuff. And that was always more time consuming than you think it's gonna be. But that's all kind of done for a little bit. I'm finally back home. I don't know if I'm gonna do the full 4-hour stream today because I am very tired. But we'll see. I'll think about it. So yeah. Otherwise, I might just do like a half stream today, maybe 2 hours. We'll figure it out. What's up, jump scare now? Let's get more scary every time. I may be related to Freddy Fazbear, Mr. Five Nights. Yeah, it's a possibility. I cannot confirm or deny at this moment in time. Do you sleep? Yeah, I do stay up to 5 a.m. Problem is, like, on days like this, I stay up till 5 a.m. and then I have to wake up at 7 a.m. So that's not a whole lot of time in between for sleep. Yeah. It's kind of rough. But it's just kind of how it is. I don't know. But yeah. Hey, Debla, what's up? How's it going? Miss the glasses? I don't. Freaking hate the glasses, dude. I'm so tired of the glasses. I'm very happy that they're no longer. Alrighty. Well, today I don't know exactly what I want to do. There's just honestly just a bunch of little things that I want to work on. You know, that's honestly what it is most of the time. It's just random things that I list out that I'm like, I need to do that, and then, yeah, I start to do. I'm just reading through that list right now. Yeah, it's honestly just a lot of really tiny things. But we can go ahead and jump into it. Confetti. So yeah, last stream we were kind of working on controller support a bit, and that is working relatively well. I do have my controller here to test stuff. I may want to close Steam. It's just when I'm testing it, Steam will do that thing where it takes control of my controller, so it's not good. It's not going to be a problem for long. It's just because the game doesn't... It's not marked as having controller support, so Steam does its own thing with that. And yeah, also... Oh yeah, I should be getting my Xbox controller today. I should actually see if that's here. I have no idea. Today's Friday, right? Feels like Thursday didn't exist, you know what I mean? Just gone. It was delivered. The controller, the Xbox controller was delivered. Let me go see if it's upstairs. It might just be sitting on the counter. I will return. Also, what's up, MG? I'll be right back. Watch the dancing man. Alright, I will be right back. I'm gonna go look for I have returned with a package from Amazon.com. Can you believe it? So let's do a live unboxing. It's opened up. Xbox. It's arrived. So hopefully this will make it way easier to do controller stuff. I'm hoping. What's up, Dad Derb? How's it going? Rope season is in the package? Me too. What? Batteries? Thought this was rechargeable. You're good. Does it actually use batteries? Not a lithium battery? It's quite odd. Never would have expected it. But we're fine. Yeah. Basic controller garbage, manuals, paper. Is there any kind of cable it comes with? Dude, that'd be kind of odd if it didn't come with a cable, wouldn't it? Seeing one. No cable. I mean, that's fine, I guess. It is USB-C. I still don't have a good USB-C to use, but I'll have to get one of those. I need to get more USB-C ports directly on my computer. I'm kind of getting tired of not having any. I've already got the front of my slots filled out. I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out where I want those. I've got plenty on the back, so you know, I might do that. These batteries have power capacity wireless. Okay. Well, that's fine. Are these like lithium batteries, or are these just regular alkaline? Let's see. They're just alkaline. You could get... I would imagine you could get lithiums, though. So let's put in the batteries, shall we? I've used Xbox controllers, but I've never owned one. Okay. It's in. Do we just search for connection now? Do you think it's here? Echo show. That's not it. I have to click this little wireless button. Oh, there we go. Xbox wireless controller. So supposedly this will just work. Try connecting your device again. Okay. Let's give this a whole reboot. It's blinking. Is that what it's supposed to be doing? Where do I hold the signal button? I think I hold it. Yeah. Let's connect. Let's connect. There we go. Device is connected and ready to go. So, do we have controller support? It looks like it's working. I can I can select things, I think. Well, let's give it a try. Let's just boot up a new world and see if I can do stuff. Okay. It's kind of odd. So I can't rotate the character. I think it's because it's not in keyboard mode. I need to, okay, well, I can do that and stuff. All right. So it's good that Here, let me go back to streaming so you can see what's going on here. Let me get rid of the BRB screen. Boom. So it does work. I'm moving around, I'm controlling with the controller, and I don't have to use all the converters from PlayStation to Xbox, so we're good. I can open the inventory, I can go to pause. Good stuff. So we're on our way. There's still a lot more that I'm gonna have to do for controller support, obviously. All the menus essentially that do open need to be focused by default, and they aren't, right? Because it's not a problem with mouse and keyboard because you just click. But controller, you can't do that, so I have to make it so that like these will light up when we first open this menu. So yeah, let me read. So I do have a USB-C cable, that's not the problem. The problem is that I don't have a port for a USB-C cable on my computer. I think like what I need is I could get a USB-A to USB-C, which would be fine, but then I don't get the benefit of USB-C. I probably should get a USB-A to C, honestly. It would be nice to have. So, yeah, I'd like to do that soon. But yeah. I should have bought that when I bought the controller, but use Steam input exits to translate controller input to keyboard inputs. Yeah, I mean, like that does work, but it is very janky. That's why I'm trying to add in my own custom like support for all that. Okay, there's actually a really cheap cable here. But it's only USB 2.0. Let's get USB 3.2. Cheese time. I don't believe it. JK, I do. It's playing now. Yeah, I just need to find like a good USB 3.2 to see, probably. I'm sure the controller doesn't actually need that, but, you know. Let's just look for one that isn't stupid expensive. Any that get here today? No. Yeah, I'll have to grab one of those. But I can just use it wirelessly for a day. It's not too bad. You say stream solely in my time zone means I won't be able to watch it Friday and Saturday. Yeah, it's tricky when you live in the US with time zoning because like really the best time for everybody else is super early and I hate getting up early. So it's very difficult for me to time stuff. I don't know. I don't know. If I had a better schedule, I would just get up super early and then stream, but it's really hard for me to do that. I don't know. The other route is I just stay up and do a super late stream, and so it's early for everybody else. But yeah. I don't know. It's difficult. Nintendo 64 controllers per win. I mean, probably not. I don't even think you can connect to 6040 or PC without some kind of USB adapters. And at that point, it probably just gets inputted as an X input. So technically, I support it. I'm gonna go eat some cheese pizza. Let's go. Get that pizza. Yeah, State of Life Conundrum. Why is Cody at night the way? Yeah. What's up, Brian? Yeah, it honestly is. I usually code in the dead of night. I think my most productive programming time is from 2 to 5 a.m. That's when I actually get things done. Yeah. All the other times I'm just kind of like busy with other stuff or getting distracted, trying to live. And so it's always really difficult to find the time to squeeze stuff in. But at nighttime, I can lock in and focus on just the programming, so Yeah. Should I get a cable from Alpha Soul? Yeah. It's probably not a good cable, but it's fine, you know? Gets here tomorrow. That would let me plug it into my USB-A ports on my PC, because the problem is, like, I have the one USB-C port in the back, but it's plugged into my camera, which is USB-C. And so I can use USB-C, but I have to keep unplugging my camera, and when I'm streaming, that doesn't really work. So I need a way that I can just... I mean, I have this stupid cable here, but it sucks. The front of my PC, like, keeps getting unplugged and stuff. It's just not... I need to get one that goes in the back. I'm gonna buy this cable and get it here tomorrow. I have to change all the info. It's a 10-foot A to C. So we should be good. Here's my Amazon card. Yeah. And then we should be good to go. Yeah, so that's a data cable. I should be good to go with that. See, not all USB-Cs are equivalent. Some are just power USB-Cs. And sometimes you learn that the hard way. It's too bad, but like to actually get an ultimate USB-C that does everything, it's really expensive. So... But yeah, this one's good for power and data, so we should be good for controller stuff. It's a peaceful night, nothing bother you. I know, exactly, yeah. Don't plug your camera when you see handsome face. Well, I appreciate it. Funny faces help to understand what's going on. Yes, this is true. Yeah, I think face cam is always good, just for like whenever I watch stuff, I typically like to watch stuff with face cam, because it's just, I don't know. I like to be able to see the person. The man behind the slaughter, if you will. So I don't think I reference unhandled input here. What I'm going to do, actually, is have a quick little function in here, which is really easy. I'm just going to say function unhandled input. And so I can basically say if event is... like gamepad or whatever. Input joypad button. Then I can say global dot input type is input dot controller. And if it's not a joypad, elif event is input key. Then we set it back to keyboard. So this will let us just kind of dynamically swap between whether the current thing is keyboard or controller. And this should work, hopefully. We're going to see if this does. There's other motions that I have to check for. It's not just joypad button, but I need to also check for analog stick movement, probably. But that's pretty easy to do. Pretty easy to add on. We're just going to see, though, what this does and make sure that it switches over. Because I have a little piece of code that's actually changes depending on the input type for controlling your laser. Because when it's your mouse, obviously, you just want it to follow where your mouse is. But with controller, there is no mouse. So that doesn't work. So let's see what this does. So, okay, we're in controller mode. We press a joy button. Yes, and now it swaps to controller mode. So you can see like what I've got hooked up here. So when we're using a controller, you control the direction of your laser using the right analog stick. So, and this will let us do cool things. So you can like really precisely control this position and stuff. I think I still have to fix that for the fist. Actually, no, that works. I think what I do need to fix it for, though, is when you place down a building. I'll show you guys. I'm just going to go to keyboard because some things aren't working yet. But let's get over here to this save. The problem is that interacting with a building is still hooked up to the mouse, even if you've pressed even if you're in controller mode. So that's something I just have to fix. It's not that difficult to. You can see it is a little bit harder to be precise with controller. What I need to do is actually show like a little transparent icon of where you're pointing with controller, just so that it's going to be easier to do things, I think. Because obviously it's in controller, I'm like, okay, well, what am I actually interacting with here? And then I start mining and I'm like, oops, I mined all my conveyors away. So that's not really good. Can you remap the controls in controller? Not yet. I definitely want to add that, of course. I think the best way to do it is I'm just going to have this same list of actions, and then to the right I'll have a second button for controller. So there's the keyboard column and then the controller column, and you can just bind it to whatever keyboard or controller button you want. So it's probably going to be the best way to do it. I can't imagine a whole lot of people playing on controller, but I figured it's probably a good thing to have, especially since I want to buy a Steam Deck and put it on and get verified Steam Deck support. And for that, you have to have a controller, so yeah. I do need to buy that Steam Deck. I don't know which one to get, though. I'm kind of like tempted to get an OLED one. But it is expensive. But at the same time, like, having it on Steam Deck will probably justify the cost of the Steam Deck, you know? So that's like the whole thing. So I don't know. It's probably worth it. Even if it is expensive. Also, what's up, Badagon? How's it going? Yeah, controller support. It's getting there. There's still a very long road to go. There's a lot of things I'm going to have to add and change. But we will get there one day. I'm hoping, I mean, honestly, a lot of this controller stuff is super boring. It's kind of like, okay, go bind button for building menu, go bind button for research, like, it's really boring. I also might have to make some UI changes just for specific menus. Because, like, for example, the thing is there's lots of menus. There's the building menu, there's the research menu, there's your inventory, there's, you know, player list. There's so many different menus. So I need to figure out a way to have all of those accessible in game. Right now I have Y's inventory, which is totally fine. And then the other buttons, I'll have to figure out what they do. Because the thing is, I also need a button to like roll and stuff. So it gets kind of complicated. I have R1 and L1 as like selecting things in your hotbar, so that works really well. L2 could maybe be rolling. I don't know. I'll have to see. Every button is a roll button. Dude, that would be epic. I'll have to see though. There's a lot of different buttons I could do. But my idea is that basically, I'm sure you've seen before, when you open any menu, it shows all the other menus as tabs up here. And so what that lets me do is kind of like, okay, maybe I only need one button binded on controller for the inventory, and then you can just press L1 and R1 to go between the different menus. Right. So that's kind of the idea with that. I think that's going to be the best way to do it with controller. There are things I'm going to have to do that with on these menus, so I'll have to figure that out. But I think that'll be a good way to do it. But yeah. Here to do controller remapping, tooltips, etc. I suggest the prompt packet for mental checkpoint. Yeah, totally. You're totally welcome to send that over. Because yeah, I do need to do that. Like, I have a little icon for like right and left click, but I'm gonna need all the buttons and stuff. I do need to set it up so that like certain prompts do actually sync with what you've selected as your key for it. So for example, when you go into a researcher right now, if I can find one. Am I blind? Where's my researchers? Did I break it? Oh, they're all down here, right? It says press R, but you can rebind that and it'll I quit by accident. But you can rebind it and it'll still say press R. Oh no, cheese time. So I gotta fix that. Also, what's up, Ride? We sent on Discord Epic. Let me take a look at that. I've definitely seen these. Whoa. Yeah, I've definitely seen these icons before, but I appreciate the link. Yeah, this is gonna be super good for this kind of thing because I'm gonna need all these icons to show up. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for sending that over. I'll have to see how that like really works with in-game stuff, because I'm assuming these images are pretty high res, right? So, give me 1 minute. I gotta close my window. We're good. Someone started spraying the hose, and they're like spraying in my bedroom. So yeah. But these would work good, I think, as long as I just make sure all the image scaling on all these would be right. But yeah, I mean, we got dark mode and stuff. I'm definitely partial to the dark mode. W. Yeah, good stuff though. It's Creative Commons 0, so public domain basically, which is good. Yeah, epic. Yeah, I could definitely put a link in the credits or something. Yeah, I think with CC0 it is, or CC0 is like basically public domain, so there isn't really any crediting, but always just a nice thing to do anyways, right? But yeah, controllers coming along. We'll get there. Imagine a Nintendo Switch port. That would be pretty cool. I don't think Godot does a Nintendo Switch natively, though, so that's kind of the problem, right? But hey, Steam Deck is good enough. Let's blow it to smithereens. Cool. Now let's quit and undo everything I just did. Yeah, this works well. This will just automatically swap out. Should be pretty much all we need there for, you know, changing between the two. But yeah, controller, it's just going to be a whole lot of work. Making lots of little tiny changes to all the parts of the game, all the UI and stuff. One thing I'm going to have to do, for example, is like in the pause menu, let's say, is that when this becomes visible, I'm going to have to apply focus to a button or some kind of element, right? So I have to say like grab focus, because if I don't do that, then, you know, you can't control with your controller, and that's obviously not good. So, and like same with the main menu, I need to do that as well. But you'll see now when I actually open pause menu, it's already automatically like focused, and so I can move around and select things. So that's yeah, pretty freaking important. I would like to, let's go take a look at the built-in inputs for this. So there's this built-in actions things. There's like this UI accept, UI cancel, all that. I need to add more buttons to that because some of them don't have those. And there's a ton in here. 90% of these I'm not ever going to use, but UI accept, we want that to be A or PlayStation X. So select will be triangle, okay. Cancel we'll do as circle or B. And that's pretty much it. So now these menus should be basically fully navigable. Yeah, that's a word. Let's go to the main menu though and fix that, because I'm pretty sure that will not work. Basically what we have to do there, I think, is just this. Where's this signal even connected to? Is that the main method? It is. It's probably not good, but it's fine. What I'm gonna do is just highlight that on, oops, on start. So we're just gonna say bop dot grab focus. So let's see. So what that should do now is when we go to the main menu, the single player button will be highlighted automatically. Automagically. Now we can also press A to actually select things, so yeah. I mean, that's pretty much like makes the main menu work, so that's a good start. There's a lot more I'd have to do over time. What I'm aiming for, at least initially, is just kind of basic controller support. It doesn't have to be perfect yet, but you should be able to rebind this. Interesting. So it doesn't actually look for, I think it's because it's looking for a keyboard input. So I will have to change that to actually detect a gamepad input, so that's no problem. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm gonna have to do. Also see there's cases like that. That's not good. I've lost focus. So I'm screwed. This is gonna be the hardest part about controller support is I just took a screenshot, okay. Is checking for all of those cases where you lose focus, because yeah, it will kind of soft lock your game if you're on controller, and that's obviously not good. So yeah, we'll just have to figure out all the ways to get around that. What I'll probably do is like maybe get a list of all the buttons or something, all the nodes in the tree, and then if there is no focus, it grabs the next closest focus or something automatically, just so it's not so hard for me to do this. But yeah. But yeah, that's the idea. It's just going to take a long time to go through everything. But it should be almost like kind of playable. I mean, a little bit. There are some things that I'm totally going to have to like change. Like, for example, the inventory systems isn't really super compatible with this controller layout, right? And see, we lose focus there, so we gotta click on something and then we can, yeah. But you can almost navigate the world and stuff. Because, like, for example, when I go in the inventory, there's nothing here. I can't actually select these, like, grab focus on these, because I don't think they can be grabbed focused. Or something, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Actually, maybe if I click this button and then I move. Nope. See, that's it. It just gets locked on there. And that's obviously not good. So I need to figure out a way where I can allow the input selection focus system to actually focus on inventory slots. Because otherwise the system won't work. I can't do controller support. That doesn't work. So. But see, now that like is good how it does that. Because then I can select the pause menu. There's so many menus I'm going to have to do this for. But that's why it's boring, and that's why I'm going to kind of mostly do this in the background as much as I can. Yeah, the names are BB code supported now. I added that a little while ago, but it's just kind of fun. You know, why not? Why not add BB code to the names? This is a fun little thing. Now my name's Rainbow. So, pretty epic. How many font size you can do that. Yeah. I mean, there are certain bad things with this, right? Because you can start to do really annoying things. I think I have hide player names on, but let's see. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. There might be like things I can I have to fix with that. Yeah, you can also pull images. It's funny. Some people do that. It's annoying. But I could be like, it's like image, and then I close the image, and then inside is the file path. So res, sprites. Let's do player.png. I don't remember if that is a sprite or not, but let's see. No, it is not. I don't think it's player, because I think I deleted that one a while ago. But we can do like tree.png, for example. And you can just see it there. It's a little tree. Tree has joined the game, yeah. So it's funny. You can make your username crazy if you want. And it just works in all the messages too, even when you say stuff. So it's kind of funny. It's very, very janky. But it's kind of epic, you know? So. Yeah. And, you know, the good thing is that it's only the game file images, right? So people can't upload their own inappropriate images. Because that would be bad. Yeah, I could use the mushroom boss. It's funny. I could say, like, sprites. What is the dread cap image? Well, there's a bunch of different ones. Let's do dread cap 2. So I gotta go now and fix my sleep schedule for Monday. Yeah, totally fair. No problem at all. Yeah, I do apologize that the stream times aren't really that great of a time for you. I wish I could, like, I don't know. I have, you know, been thinking about it a lot. Maybe someday I'll change one of the stream times to be more convenient for the Europeans out there. Just doing a super late stream or something, so it's early for you guys. Yeah, I do apologize about that. But yeah, go ahead and fix that sleep schedule. But thanks for popping in the stream. I appreciate it. So yeah, you can see my name is just the mushroom now. Dread cap. Well, Europeans, everyone except the US, right? Yeah. Another problem though with doing like super late streams is that the competition is insane because that's when Pirate Software is live. That's probably part of why he's done so well, right? Because of the time he streams at. But it makes it kind of difficult. I mean, the stream times are perfect. Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're like in a relatively similar time zone to where I'm at, right? Like South America. So, like, it should work well in that case. Yeah. Yeah, it's for all the people that are. That's the difficult part about it is it's just plus 3 hours. So yeah, like when I start streaming, it's like around like right before dinner time, which is good. Yeah. But yeah, it's really hard. That's why I think maybe just like splitting the streams up would be good. So streaming at 6 and at 9, 10. Yeah, that is like the perfect time. You know, right when people get off work and stuff. Yeah. Eat dinner at 9. Yeah. I also eat dinner really late. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah, controller. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain. I'm not gonna lie. Controller support is freaking annoying, but it'll be good. It'll be good. It's just I just got to keep grinding away at it, and it's honestly really boring for people during the stream. I would imagine for me just sitting here, kind of like being like, this is not highlighted. Okay, let's restart the game and then fix it. It's probably pretty annoying. So this is probably something more that I'm gonna do off stream, and we'll do the fun things on camera. Where am I saying it? Ayo. Let's figure that out. It's right here. I think it's just when I do, yeah. Let's get rid of that now. But I've got a lot of other things that I need to do in addition to controller support, so we'll probably do those. I want to add more enemies to the game, so I will be doing that soon. I still need to kind of think up the final design and appearance of them, though. So I need to actually talk to Maxwell today about that. See what he's got cooking up, you know. Sacrifice my sleep schedule must be made. Like watch peak entertainment. Yeah. I hate it when people have to sacrifice their sleep schedule to watch the streams, but then again, I guess if it wasn't me, it would just be someone else, right? So why can't I mine the oil, guys? I don't get it. I do like how I can like control the distance of this. It's obviously very finicky with the joystick. Like you can do it, but it's very it's not that easy to do it.
Did someone say oil?
Yo. Joe Biden. I need to make the mining laser target, which is the little blue glob, and the mouse overlay thing sync up. Like, right now they're two separate objects and it's never been a problem, but now with me wanting to control this more precisely, I feel like that's kind of an important thing to do. So, I'll probably do that. Could maybe do it today. We'll see. Oh, I'm already so tired. I was tired before I even started the stream. Okay, but there's other things we can do. One of the big things that I want to work on... Well, okay, number one priority I think right now is enemy types. But there's a lot of other minor things. I think number two is probably just dungeon obstacles and stuff. Last stream we fixed a lot of dungeon issues and fixed the appearance of it and stuff, but I would like to actually add some new dungeon content, so we need to work on that. What are all these errors in here? It's probably just stupid stuff. Oh, yeah. I couldn't find the player.png file. Yeah, that's nothing. I don't know why move child doesn't work if it's the child. It's pretty odd if you ask me. Maybe it's because I had to call deferred. Wouldn't be surprised. God, I'm so tired already. Can feel my sleep wave. It's like, ooh. I don't know if I can go for the full 4 hours today, but I'll see how long. So let's start working on dungeon rooms. I want to add more special rooms. I want to add some rooms like, let's just start coming up with ideas. Oh! So let's see. Let's get a nice little brush here so I can go like, turn off that anti-aliasing. There we go. So, okay, special rooms. One room that I would like is just kind of like a health room. So I figure there'd be like maybe 3 pillars or something. Right? And those go up into little pedestals. And there's hearts. There's hearts on the pillars. That's one idea. Wouldn't be bad. I would just like some more interesting rooms, you know? Not always just an enemy or whatever. More special rooms I think is always fun because it spices up gameplay and you never know what's next. Another room that I would like is sort of like some kind of challenge room. It's either like a challenge where you get a chest if you kill the enemies in the room, or it's kind of like a 50-50 chance altar. So it'd be some kind of like, I don't know, whatever an altar looks like, right? I don't know what an altar looks like. Maybe something like this. And then it's like, which one will you get? It's a 50-50. Do you get the good buff or the bad buff? Like maybe something like that. Or maybe the other thing is like, not necessarily a chance-based thing, but it's like a sacrifice. So it's like -8 health, but +2 damage, you know? So that's kind of like the idea with that room. So there's like things like that. I don't know. I'll have to see. Other rooms. I'm just trying to think of more ideas. These should all be relatively easy to implement, but I do think they'll like make the dungeons a lot more fun. I do like the idea of like a challenge room, so like a chest in the center, and then it like summons a bunch of enemies that you have to kill. You know, that'll just be a skull. No way, is that papyrus, guys? A bunch of skulls around. This one's wide. This one's very wide. And then they swarm in, you have to kill everybody to get the chest. So that's another one. Just thinking of ways to spice up the dungeons, you know. And I feel like that's a pretty good set of different rooms, honestly. I think it adds some variety. Then we also have all the environmental obstacles. So these are not necessarily rooms, but these are just kind of things that will spawn in any room. So this could be something like spikes on the floor, you know, the classic. Every gamer knows what this means. If you see this in a dungeon, you know what it means. Right? So avoid the spikes. And maybe the thing is maybe the environmental obstacles can be a good thing. Maybe they also work on enemies. Maybe if an enemy walks on top of a trap, it also activates for them, right? So I'll just put a little icon here. Player, but also enemy. All right. Obviously, moon shrooms don't move around, but you get the idea. So multiple things can activate the traps. That would be nice. I don't know what traps I would do. Definitely like a spike trap. Maybe like, I don't know. I'd probably keep the traps pretty basic for now. That's a damage trap. I could also do something that like slows you down. You know, more movement, annoyance based. One idea was like water that like flows, and then when you go on it, it pushes you around. And I basically already have that code for the conveyors, so it's actually really easy to do. But we could just draw a little stream, so like water. This is water. It's not writing, trust. What's up, Thomas? How's it going? But yeah, I think these could all work. Yeah, I think it'll just help a lot with making the dungeons more fun. I like the idea of this because it's a very like potential reward thing, and these two, you know. And I like this because it's just kind of a pure good thing. There's not really any downside, and I want a few of those, you know, occasionally. And yeah, that's the idea with the rooms. As far as enemies go, I think what I'm kind of thinking right now, well, we got the couple enemies. So we got the robot guy. So the robots are the melee guys, you know. That's kind of their whole thing. Of this like little tube, you know, coming around. I don't even remember like how their body is, but like I think they have like something here, and then like you get the idea. It's the robot guys, you know. Look at their little feet. And then he's all, oh right, he has like these. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. The robot. And then the mushrooms. The moon shrooms. So these guys are the rangers. They're the projectiles. So these are melee. These are ranged. So I could have another melee or another ranged enemy somewhere. But what I'd like is something that's not ranged or melee. My idea with that was an enemy that like is a detriment to you, but doesn't necessarily damage you. So I think one idea was like a little goop blob that'll spawn in sometimes. And when you go into it, it doesn't damage you, but it just makes you really slow. and you can like kill these guys. Maybe like a slime, you know? He's just a little happy guy, and he moves around on the floor toward you. And so you can kill him. Yeah. But maybe they're very strong, you know? So it's more of like you can kill them if you really want to get rid of the annoyance, but you can also just kind of go past him because he doesn't really hurt you. You know? So that's actually a fun little idea. I don't mind that. A little slime guy. It'd be fun to do a little cool shader for that, like him kind of warping with like a noise texture. That would be kind of fun. But yeah. That's a really long name. Slime guy? Or what? A little slime guy? Yeah, that's a pretty long name. But that's all the plans for the dungeon stuff. At least some of them. I have other plans too. I mean, it's just a matter of like, what can I get done in time? I would also eventually like to do a map, you know, where you can see where you're actually going and stuff. And while this would be great and all, it's not as crucial, I believe, compared to just adding more content in the dungeons. You know, but definitely a good thing to do eventually. I would like to do a map, but it's not the easiest thing to do, and I just don't know if it would exactly be worth the trouble right now. Obviously, I will do a map. It's basically a guarantee. But yeah. But yeah, I think that would be a pretty good set of stuff for now. And I think it would just add a lot more in the dungeons. It would make you have to think a little bit harder. And with that, of course, I'll probably add in more weapon components. I'm probably going to change certain things to be like, instead of like the pommel or the schrommel, instead of minus 0.1 cooldown or whatever, you know, I would do, like it would be different. So basically I would say the schrammel's now minus 20% cooldown. And this would be good for a few reasons. The first is that this means the schrammel's much more balanced in a lot of ways. So for a big heavy hammer, like the Shuramax, for example, you know, good enough. Looks like the Shuramax. This is a big heavy weapon. 0.1 over here, useless basically. It doesn't really help. But minus 20% speed though, that's good, right? So it'll help balance these big heavy weapons if you put a schrommel on. The other thing though it'll also do is that for the weapons like this one, you know, all you Stargrounders out there know what I'm talking about. It'll help balance this one because while these are great and all, 20% speed, it will not be as OP because it's already really fast, and so 20% faster doesn't mean a whole lot, right? And this might not be 20%, it's probably more like 10%, honestly. But you get the idea. And I think that would be good. I wouldn't do that for every single weapon component. Obviously, some things I do want. There has to be some components that has a static number so that I can actually figure out what the percent is. Because if there's no static number, how am I supposed to do a percent on percent? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's the idea with that. There is some trickies with calculating the percent, because if you have something that is just percentages, what is your weapon at speed? What is your attack speed, right? And so that's a tricky thing to work out. So yeah, there's a whole lot of things I gotta do to make this work, but it'll be better in the long run, I think. Actually, I think all weapons have a default speed, so actually I think this is fine. Because, like, your fists is the default speed, right? So, yeah. That's what I'll do. Oh, so these are just some of my ideas. I think sometimes, every once in a while, it's good to just vomit up some ideas for stuff like this, because it's like, it's one thing to have a list of these, but drawing these out and actually thinking about it really heavily helps a lot. Because now I can kind of have this as a reference of like, you know, what am I trying to do with these exactly? So, yeah, that should be good. Yeah, I'd love to get all these things done. You know, I'd love to get I'd love to get enemies, minimap, unique rooms, and obstacles and traps. I'd like to get it all implemented and done, right? But whether I can do that, we will see. Obviously, like, they will eventually all come. I'm just specifically just talking about, like, early access release, right? Because I can only get so many things done. So, it's really a big time management. I have to prioritize my things here. So. Oh, but yeah. So what's up? You know, Stella, I'm procrastinating my own game dev. Hoping this motivates me to get back to yeah. No, it's easy to fall into that trap, that procrastination rut. But I always think it helps me too, seeing what other people are doing and, you know, how they go about things. So hopefully I can help. Yeah. All right. Well, let's pick. Here's what I always do. I like to pick the fun, easy things first. What's the funnest and easiest thing to do here? Probably, I would say easiest is the heart room. That's really easy. Everything I need for that's basically already in the game. I just need to draw a little pillar or something. Second easiest, probably the slime guy. He's actually pretty, that would be pretty easy to add. Or spike trap would be easy too. So, one of those could work. But I like starting with the easiest things first because you can build up to the hard stuff, like the percent or the wave defense or the map. Those are probably the hardest ones. But yeah, percent maybe not as hard as these two, but anyways, let's jump into it. Let's get started. So what do I have to do here? Maybe let's start working on the slime guy. Sorry, I'm yawning so hard. So, for the slime guy, I would love to make him a shader, right? I think that would be very fun. That's just a palette swap. Goop. Goop projectile. This is essentially what I want the slime guy to look like. And we can modify this to be whatever we need, right? So yeah. That or honestly we just make our own shader. Matter that took 4 hours in Discord? Oh, let me go take a look. So where's our channel? There it is. Oh. A ball. It's pretty epic. Somebody say shader? I've summoned you, yes. I'm thinking about doing a shader to make the slime enemy warp around. I don't think it'll actually be that hard. It's basically just applying a noise map and applying that to the vertice positions. So it should be pretty easy. Let's actually make a sprite for him though. I think I'm gonna do 32 by 32. And let's look up a slime, a goopy guy. Slime monster, right? It's Bob. Oh, it's Google. Oh my god. I love Bob, guys. You like Bob? My idea though is like this. This is my idea for the slime. Like I don't want it to be like this kind or like a little glob. I want it to be more like this, an ooze. I want it to be like in Lethal Company, that slime, how it's kind of very like flat, like this sort of slime, you know? I don't know why Google's doing that, bro. Like this slime, if it would load. Google's been acting crazy. I don't know what it is. Like this kind of slime. I think that's the plan. So. Yeah. Just gotta do it. So I figured out, should I give him a little happy face? I don't know. I do like a little slime with a happy face on him. But let's just get a very rough shape out here of what this slime will look like. This is basically good enough. I will make some modifications to this. It needs to be a little more circular. I mean, he is going to be a straight up blob, so... And most of our effects will be in the vertex shader, not necessarily hand animated, because that's lame. And then he's got to have a little face. What if he has a thick mouth? I don't know. What if his eyes are all like... Yeah. He's a little slimy guy. What color would the slime be? I guess matching in line with the color of everything else, he'd either be... Well, okay, I'll probably make him blue because the purple kind of indicates damage. Right? Everything that's purple does damage, and the blue stuff is kind of like not damage, so I'll probably make him blue. So, hey, what's up, River? How's it going? Then we'll just give this guy a little outline. Make it softer until I can get rid of the diagonals. Doing good. Good to hear. See, purple's poison, green is acid. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, blue is always in my head a passive, not dangerous color, right? Because this guy isn't dangerous. He's just annoying. I might give him more of a little bit more of a formed shape. You know? Sort of rhyme. Let's go. Maybe his eyes are down here. That's how you say it, rhyme? How else would he say it? I can't think of another pronunciation. Rhyme? I have no idea. And I'm gonna make him a little more blobby, if that makes sense. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of shading on him or anything because honestly, I want most of that to be done through the actual shader, right? So. And if he's too small, we can increase his size. 32 by 32, he should be about double the size of the player, but obviously it's not going to be exactly because the sprite isn't the full area. So we'll see how it goes. We'll figure it out. Make two words rhyme, but is what I did a rhyme? I guess I would say that is a rhyme. The act of rhyming? Yeah. I mean, I suppose, yeah. So slime. Slime is a funny thing. So slime usually has like a... Because it's a liquid, well, pseudo-liquid. It usually has like a highlight type of thing here. Where it'll be like bright, but like not like a... Not in the traditional sense of like how it would be in like a opaque object, right? So it's kind of weird. And this is too bright. I'm going to darken this color, but... and this is just testing around. I'm probably totally going to change this once we actually bring it into the game with the shader and stuff, you know? So this is just experimenting. I might even give him like some bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Make him a little goopy. He looks tired. He looks like me right now. No, that's not a good spot. Just realized. Ah, he doesn't need bubbles. Oh. And then this oh. This blue is too bright. Let's modify it a bit. I want it to be more greeny than just blue, you know what I mean? So then this one I actually want to be more blue. I think a lot of this outline, I'm just gonna give him like this. We've really just got to see what this looks like in game. It's hard to, like, do sprites in a void, right? So let's just start adding him in and seeing what it looks like, actually. So it shouldn't be too hard. I'm just gonna go to the ancient automaton, and I'm just gonna duplicate him into slime. And we'll just modify this to make him the slime instead of what he is now. I want people to feel really bad when they kill him. I want people to be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't kill these guys, you know? That's the poison. There he is. So how big is he? I feel like he's probably about the right size. It's hard to say, of course, still. But let's get him all ready to go, and then we'll really see. So that was half. We'll do like -1 on that. His death spread will be totally different. His speed is going to be way slower. He will not be a required kill. I will give him custom logic. So he'll still move toward the player, but he won't actually do any attacking. You know? And I'll give him kind of a lot of health. So his attack range will be very tiny because I want him to go on the player. He's gonna sound like a robot. And this is his collision box. Can't see it for some reason. Why is that? Huh? Oh, it's invisible. So that's his old, yeah, it needs to be a little bit more than that. 12, 13, 15. Welcome back, Oshik. What's going on? So let's go into the dungeon room script and make it so that he can actually spawn. There should be like a spot where I spawn in enemies. It's in generate. Oh wait, that's the dungeon. I need dungeon room. Let's just go to any old regular room. Go here. These are the different enemy types, so I'm just gonna go get him now. He's a slime. And temporarily, I'm just gonna make it so he's the only enemy right now. Yeah. I post my round cheese in the Discord. Ayo. Whoa. That's pretty crazy. I love some cheese. I'd eat cheese all day long. Let me change my name, my name back. Okay, we're gonna go look at some little goobers. Make yellow and orange color types. I could for other types of slimes. It's possible. We'll see. Eating sounds are the best part of the game. Yeah. Yeah, they are funny. So let's see what these little guys look like. This might not work. Who knows, right? Who knows what's gonna happen here? Whoa. Well, they exist. I like the size of them. Maybe a little bit bigger. We'll see. They don't move. I think I need to look at what I'm actually doing when I select the custom logic thing. I think custom logic makes it so it doesn't do any of the movement stuff, which is not good. Yeah, so we don't want custom logic. What we'll say is that his damage is just 0. And his cooldown is like incredibly long, right? Whoa. They're changing into robots because of the animation. Maybe I just make attack start huge. Oh, they'll turn into robots. Let's go find some that aren't robotified. Bruh. There we go. They're moving still. Ah, it's probably because they also have custom logic on. Okay, so can attack. You know, honestly, it's just pretty easy just to go up here and just say like var enable attack. By default, that's true. And then we just have to go down here and say that's if can move, update time. So here we're just gonna say if Enable attack. So he won't actually try to attack. Yeah. So let's give that another try. So enable attack for this guy is false. And let's go get rid of his other animations because he doesn't attack, so he doesn't actually need these. I don't think I accidentally deleted the other ones, but let me make sure. I'm pretty sure that it will duplicate this resource, yeah. Think we can turn them into a pet. That would be fun. Maybe there's a way that you could bring him home. Put a leash on him, maybe. make a leash item, and then you can bring him home. That'd be epic. Yeah, we'll get to the shader stuff in just 1 second. Okay, so they do go toward you, and they path fine, but when they get to you, they just don't do anything. They just kind of stand there. They do start to freak out. But we're getting there. So the whole idea of these guys is they kind of like go towards you while you're fighting, so it just makes it like a little bit more like, oh, you gotta dodge, you gotta get around them. And you can hurt them. Obviously, we gotta change all the effects and stuff so that it's not the robot. And obviously, they die as a robot, so that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So let's change his little particles. Let's go back to the slime. Robots in disguise, yeah. So let's change this gear into some kind of slime particle. What I'll probably do is just use that dust particle I created a while ago, and then change the color and stuff. And the scale, change the scale to make it bigger. Maybe start with a much bigger scale. That'll work, and then just change the color to be initial color white, and we'll go grab these two colors. Honestly, yeah, we'll just do that. Any color in this range could be any of them. There we go. So now he'll spew the goop. We could start to work on the shader now, I think. I think we're ready for that. So that's going to be down in material. Do not do that. New shader material. New shader. Okay. So now it's time to make him warble. MBG. I'm ready. What's a vase? Yeah, it's a blob. Bob the blob. Make them sleep when they're on top of the player. Yeah. Could do that. Yeah, we'll see. There's all sorts of things we could do with this enemy, I mean. Okay, so fragment shader, that's per pixel. I think really what we need more here is vertex shader. So my idea is... Let's see here. I think doing this with a noise map would be best. What do you think about that, MBG? Does that check out? I won't ask for direct help, but I will ask for tips. That'll be the move here. Okay, so I need a uniform sampler 2D, noise, source color. Yes. Nah, I don't really need it to be uniform. I mean, it's just going to be kind of random, you know? Okay, so I'm going to say UV times equals noise. I have no idea if this is going to work. So we can use the Godot shader reference here. That's not cheating. Here, shaders. Shading reference. Shading language. Yeah. So what I need to do is essentially multiply the... I need to sample the UV noise. Let's call him... maybe. Might be cheating? I don't know. So how do I sample an image? I think it's just like you do... dot something. I'll figure it out. Canvas item shaders. Vertex built-ins. They work like normal textures. Okay. So I don't need to set color. I just need to change the UV. So what is vertex? Is vertex a vec2? Yeah, so sampler 2D, what I just need to do is I think like RGB? No. So how do I convert a sampler into... Oh, right. Texture. Noise. Let's see. What does model matrix do? Local space, world, no, world space, the coordinates, blah, blah, blah. Okay, vertex. The vertexes. Vertex equals texture noise UV. Okay, so that gets us a vec4. Vertex is vec2. So we'll just say dot RG. Vertex times equals. Okay. Let's add in a noise. Let's add in a new noise texture. Let's give it a fast noise. Oh. Let's give it some time. Let's so we're gonna multiply this also by time, right? UV times time. Let's make it seamless, obviously. Can I like move it, you know, and be like, hey, move over here, like the offset? Yeah. So that's adjusting his scale. Do sign time, yeah. Whoa. Okay. So he does it for like a little bit and then he stops. He is a funky guy. Huh. Very interesting. I don't know why it keeps stopping, because I have it set to seamless. Unless it's something here that I have to do. I have to say, like, wrap? No, not wrap. What is it? I can't think of the name. Repeat. Repeat enable. Did that work? I think it worked. Yes. Okay, so he does move to the noise. It's a little insane and crazy right now. So I'm gonna have to modify that. I can see what the shader's doing over here, and it's not exactly doing what I want, because it's just doing it from one corner. First off, let's lower the frequency. Like a lot. I don't like how it does that snapping motion. Okay, it is doing it from all the corners. Okay. I don't know what it's doing. It's like snapping. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it has to do with the blend skirt. So now what I can also do is multiply this by like power. So like uniform float power 1.0 by default. Then just say times power. And so now I can control how strong the effect is. So I can... Oh. Maybe I just need to plus it. Maybe I don't need to multiply it. Oh? Well, that's better. But it's like pushing it to the corner, which obviously isn't good. Problem is this, you are sampling the noise texture using the UV of the slime, so the top left corner doesn't move through time because UV is equal to 0. Oh. Okay. So that's not good then. Yeah, because I need this to be centered around the center, not just the corner. Plussing kind of does it, but not really. Because I guess it's only ever a positive number. So I think what I need to do is say... Like, see, because if I make it negative, then it does it on all the corners. So I need to center it. You do sine time without the UV? Yeah. Let's see, dot. Huh? Oh. Oh, it has to be a Vec 2, I think. Let's just do 2. Expected another one? Okay, interesting. What if I do cosine on this one? Well, it kind of works. Problem, though, now is it's, yeah. He's not warping anymore. All the corners just move at the same speed. Moving the vertices permanently in each iteration, you move them more when you do plus, yeah. The other route, so what is vertex? Is that a vec2? I think understanding what these things are is pretty important. Okay, it's a vec2. So I could just say vertex 0, 0 is equal to 1. I don't know if that's going to work. I'm just very curious. An object. Oh, it's a vec2, duh. So that'll just make the vertex go here, right? Or does that not work? What am I trying to fix? I'm just messing around with shaders. It's not necessarily trying to fix anything. It's just, because this is what I've got right now. Oh, it runs once per vertex. Okay. So I need to multiply what it's doing like by the vertex position or by which number vertex it is or something. What do you got going on in this wind shader? I'm just curious. So you just say vertex.x plus. So maybe what I need to do is do this separately on both of them. What now? All right, it's not a vec2 anymore. So that'll do that. But if I like change the time of it, so it does make it random. Problem is it's not changing the vertices, right? Which I could multiply it to do that, but then that gets kind of crazy. And it's still kind of weirdly like uniform. Because I want all the vertexes to move independently. So like I want this one to go in or this one to go to the right. So I mean, it was kind of working before when I did this, honestly. Well, now it doesn't work. It's because I got rid of the UV element. That's where it all went downhill. What if I add that back in? That's just me messing around. And then obviously I have to multiply it by time. So that does warp it. Obviously I still get the issue where the top left corner doesn't move. But I want it to be more random like this. I want it to like wave. Just trying to think of how to do that right. Shaders are hard. Okay. Let's see. Is it that I need to modify the UV? Like what if I say UV equals... I'm just messing around here, right? But okay, I don't know what that's done. Okay, so that is not what I want because the UV will be different in every spot. That's basically what that is. You found the tree? Oh, the tree was nice. Let's see, what else can I do here? Sorry, just waving at the camera. Vertex displacement. I'm looking at this, which is very interesting. It almost does a similar thing to what I'm looking at. Where it, like, changes things, right? It's actually a cool way to make terrain. And this is 3D, but it's the same idea. They are modifying the Y vertice, the vertex. Cheese time? Are you kidding me right now? The vertex and vertex. Guys, shaders are too hard. Whoa. I'm just experimenting with wacky things right now. Well, that definitely does not work. Because the problem is that, like, I don't know how to modify or control the individual ones. And while I can get it to work on these, multiplying means that this top left one, it's 0. You're multiplying 0 by 0, and then it just doesn't move, right? Or anything times 0 is 0. So that's the problem. So I don't know. I don't know how I would go about this. I'm just too stupid with shaders right now. I've not flexed my shader brain enough. And I could do this with UV, or not UV, but in the fragment shader instead of the vertex shader, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it wrongly, probably. I don't know. I don't know how to think about it right. Okay, let's just hide all that. I have to think about each vertex individually. Okay, well this one's 0, 0. Think of it in coordinates. 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, right? So I need to offset those by a random number. So I have to say, like, vertex plus equals a vec2, which would just be the texture of the noise UV. And I need to multiply that by time. But that'll just move it back and forth. Let me resume this Spotify music. Because essentially what I need to do is say, like, okay, we're at this vertice, we're running that vertice's loop. Get a random value. Just do a random value and push it that way. But essentially that's what I'm trying to do with the noise, right? But this is just going back and forth, so that doesn't really do anything. Same for the noise texture. When you do texture noise UV, you're basically in the RGB value in that specific point of the texture. Oh, right. I can just say minus 0.5. And then that would be in the middle, right? Like that, and then... Is that doing what I want? Almost? I think it is, maybe? Oops. We gotta do this. Whoa! It's almost working, but I still don't think it's moving over here, is it? Because I'm looking at it, the preview. I don't think it is. Because I'm using UV. Well, what do I use instead of UV? Don't just no UV, just sign. Just sign time, sign time. But then it moves in the same way. I can make one of them cosine. But that doesn't seem to help. Make it tangent. But that's the problem I run into when I don't use UV, then it doesn't... It's just uniform. It will be different for every vertex. I use something that's different like UV or vertex position. So I do UV plus equals 0.1 times the texture and all that. Well, that wouldn't change anything because I'm already multiplying by power. Oh, you're just saying UV plus. Oh, whoopsies. Like that. I don't know why it stopped. Oh, right, it's because it's not multiplying by whoopsies. Well, that's still not right. So wait, if I get rid of that and then just have UV, does it do it right? It does. So then how come adding 0.1 to that just makes it not work? Oh, it does. But this is where I run into problems because it's really extreme over here. Maybe what I need to do is just plus 0.5 so that it's in between all of them. I think that's working. But UV is a vec 2, right? So wouldn't I do vec 2 0.5, 0.5? I mean, it's really not staying... I feel like the blob right now. Me too. You gonna head off? Alright, Cosmo. Thanks for coming to stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll keep working away at the shader. Shaders are hard. How's that? You get vertex points that are too far. You can either clamp the value or do something else. Well, yeah, that's why it's a little like he's going crazy. The problem though is that there's a clear like trend, because looking at the material, you can see like it's the diagonal axis here is way too extreme. Obviously, clamping would stop that, but like, why is it not uniform on this diagonal? You know what I mean? I guess is what I'm wondering right now. UV is different for each point. Well, yeah. Let's see. I'm just thinking, because if you add 0.5 to UV is a vec 2, if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh, where is it? I was looking at different shaders to see like what other people have done. At this point, wouldn't animation be better? Nah, I don't think so. That would suck. Cause you know, start with the easy part. Makes me get done faster. That's true. Well, I get it. Like, this point is 0, 0. Like, they're different numbers. I mean, I can just make it smoother and then work it out with the power. And I guess I could clamp it, but... Man, it's almost close enough. I don't know why it keeps doing the snapping, though. Like, changing the seamless blend skirt helps a tiny bit, but it's still pretty snappy. Because I thought this was supposed to be smooth noise, you know? Maybe Perlin would work better for this. So you use clamps so it doesn't go flying, yeah. Important thing, what's strange the diagonal, yeah. God, I don't know. I feel like at this point, I don't think this is the route. I don't think vertex shader... I feel like this would work better with a UV shader or a fragment shader. I don't know. Because you're applying the value you get from the noise to both axes. Okay. Should I only be applying that to one? Like here? Oh, you're just saying because it's the same noise that it'll get, so it'll just do the same thing, which makes it go diagonal. Let me give a UV shader, fragment shader a shot down here. I just want to try some different stuff to see if there's a better way to do this. Because it is a little funny. What would we do here? Texture. Would noise like this work? What would this do? I'm just curious. Oh, whoa. So that just turns it into the noise texture. That's not what I want. I need to do color. And I need to multiply UV by the noise. Took two sampler. Oh, duh. Gotta turn this into a texture. Let's see. Have I done this before? I know we modify the... That's describing the screen texture. Interesting. We use that if the noise texture says 0.5, then it goes plus in both X and Y. You can do two noise textures do the same, but with an offset. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. The problem, though, I feel like with the vertex shaders, I only have 4 vertexes, and so he kind of doesn't really move in the way I want, I guess. Because I want it to be more blobby, not so, looks like I'm stretching the texture around in Photoshop. So, I'll only mess with this for a little bit. If I can't figure it out, then that's fine. I kind of hate doing shaders sometimes. Sucks that sometimes it's kind of necessary. So why does this not work? I don't understand. Because it's a Vec 4. Invalid arguments. Why is it invalid? What is texture? I mean, that's another thing that's annoying about doing shaders is that it doesn't tell you like what the functions are expecting. It just says this is wrong. So I don't actually know what to put in here because it doesn't tell me. And it's kind of annoying. Excuse me. There's no texture thing here. God dang it. Let's look at something else. I don't understand. How can I see what this is expecting? It's really annoying. I mean, I can just do an empty one and hope that it appears. Okay. So it wants a sampler, and then it wants chords. So the coordinates are UV. So color is not a sampler. Maybe texture? I'm just trying to get it to do nothing right now. Okay. So that works. And now I want to say noise or UV times noise. No idea if that's going to work. What's the deal now? Maybe we have to say this. Noise UV. Let's see. This would actually be a Vec 2, I think. .rg. Oh. So this is much more on track with what I'm trying to do. Obviously, this is insane right now, but I want the whole sprite to kind of warble around, right? Exactly. I feel like you're gonna delete it when you don't want to delete it. Yeah. It's wacky. I don't know if this is exactly what I want, but it's, I feel like, more correct than what I was doing before. And then I could just multiply by time. Oh, of course, that breaks everything. My brain is too gooped out for shaders right now. Multiply by sine of time. Oh. Oh. It's going back and forth. Let's see. I need to do UV minus vec2 0.5 0.5. Maybe that was not right. Plus. Okay. No idea. I'm just trying all sorts of wacky things, trying to find something that works, you know? Yeah, I'm looking at other shaders to see what they do. I kind of want to try this shader really quick and just see what it's all about. This might not look good, but... Is it actually this laggy, or is that just because it's doing it on purpose? So it's kind of cool. it looks like a drawing effect type of thing, but that's not exactly what I want, right? But this is definitely like better. I think if I just get rid of this whole time influence thing, then yeah. Oh, it's because it's rounding the time, that's why. It's very close to what I want. It's so much easier to modify a shader than it is to make one from scratch, I'm gonna be honest. So Y div, that's like how much the Y, okay. So I see the difference here. Let's see, what is the difference? So it's just multiplying the vertex. Okay. So it's because it's using the opposite vertex inside of its equation, I believe. And so that kind of changes it. Makes it more random. Which is good. There's also normal offset. But yeah, I just want the slimes to kind of wiggle around. You know? That's basically the wobble speed. I want it to be pretty slow. Around 3 is probably good. Y div is like... What does that essentially control? It's kind of arbitrary, but the higher the number, the more... The faster the Y warping is in comparison to the X warping. I was almost on the right track, I was just off. Because vertex Y plus equals... Okay. This is honestly kind of nice, though, because you don't even need a texture for it. I probably was overcomplicating things by trying to incorporate a noise texture. Like, obviously I want it random, but using sine is most of the time random enough, so... Yeah, and it makes it way easier. And I might also do like an animation at the same time, but I just want this kind of warbling effect going on. So the normal offset is how like extreme it is, basically. I'm gonna rename these to what they really mean. Speed. And Y div is okay. So I don't want it to be that powerful, you know? Around 0.5 is probably good. Let's go create the flash sprite for this guy real quick. Boom. Oops. Godot, don't be like this right now. Okay, we're good. Get that. So this should be pretty much good to go, except for the sounds, obviously, because they're gonna be the robot sounds. So I had to create new sounds, which is annoying. Yeah, for the death sound or something. I don't know. That's what it's gotta be like. Where is his like step sounds? Oh, I guess they're right here. Step. His steps have got to be like interesting. Yeah. Actually, he never plays the step sound because he doesn't have frames in his main animation, so that's something I'll have to change eventually. He doesn't really need charge attack or anything like that. Okay. And then shadow, he won't really have a shadow because he's a slime, so that doesn't make any sense. I might also make him kind of translucent. I might do that in the shader or in the texture, I mean. Where is slime? Actually, where is slime? Am I crazy? Is it sorted by date? No. Is it? No, it's not. Whatever, let's sort by date then. So I'll grab the brighter ones and we'll make that kind of like semi-translucent. Like 200. Just so he's not so perfectly opaque. We could also give him a little bit of an animation, maybe just for the face or something, you know. But I do want it to be very minimal. The whole point of this guy is keeping it easy, right? What is this notification on Discord? So he's 32 by 32. I wonder if that's big enough. Because the whole thing is that he has to envelop the player to slow them down, right? Let's load up the game again and take another look at that size. Let's load up a save. Oh man, I'm tired. Can't wait to go lay down. It's gonna be the highlight of my day. Yeah, that actually looks pretty nice with the warbling and him being kind of semi-translucent. I'm pretty happy with that look. And then when you're in the slime, you'll be slowed down. I need to fix that issue of him just rotating back and forth 1,000 times. I guess what I'll do is give him a like a cooldown or something. So I guess that when he gets inside of you, yeah, he'll like stop for a minute, and because he won't actually attack you, but he'll pretend that he is. And then he just needs sounds. So he should stop moving for a minute. No, he doesn't. Okay. Let me check this. I actually need to create a new script for him, so let's do that. He will not drop the ancient automaton arm anymore. Okay, so in enemy, if he's, I guess the position, if can move, if you're less than it, blah, blah, blah. I see. So if enable attack, else. So basically if he's in attack range, what I want to say is just stop him moving. And just say can attack. Let's see. I'm just making sure I've got this all worked out here. Cheese time. A lot of cheese times this stream. Anxiety levels when I drop cheese. They go up. Initial creation cooldown. No, he still chases me. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Thank you for your cheese time. Okay, so what I have here is basically... If you can't attack, get the next position. Set the target position. So it's because in attack, he sets velocity to 0. And that's where we do it. So if enable attack is true, then we're just going to say elif. Positionless in the attack range, then we set its velocity to 0. So that should stop him from flipping around crazy. And it looks like it does. Yes. So he'll just kind of go up to you and stop moving. So that's the behavior I want. They do tend to glob together a little bit, but that's not a huge deal. What is this room supposed to be? Oh, that's the starting room. I'm stupid. I'm like, why is it empty? Okay, so looking at these guys, I think I could increase the intensity a little bit of this animation. You know, the shader. Just until it looks about where I want it. So let's maybe up the speed a little bit. To like 5. Maybe up the power a little bit. 0.7. And I think that'll probably be around where I want it. Like the art you sent Discord, I can take a look at that. Yo, you cut out a little chunk out of the circle. That's cool, that's cool. Not a new game, let's load it. No, give me an enemy. Okay. Whoa. Hey. What's going on here? I think because I changed his script, he defaulted back to the defaults. Yeah. Speed is supposed to be 10. I might up it a tiny bit. So he's not a required kill. He will not have attack enabled. Yeah. Set that attack range is like 5. Okay. And then all the death sounds and stuff, I will have to add all that. So what will this guy look like when he's dead? Probably just sort of a puddle, you know? That's what I would imagine. So I would imagine he would just be like... and then kind of grab this and like move it down. It's about what I want, maybe. This is actually how I feel right now, I think. Yeah. Tired as heck. Just do this for the edges. And make him a little bit more transparent, like 150. Oops, not dread. Slime dead. New image. No. Oh god. Let's do this. I think I can just drag it in, yeah. There we go. Oh, okay, we're fine. Okay, so he has a death sprite now. He doesn't have any iframes. He can move. I guess all that's left is just his sounds, I think. Slime. It's gonna be yucky. Whoa. These are gross. But this is what it's gonna have to be, though. That's not too bad. That could be a good damage sound. That's not bad. That's loud. It's so gross, I'm sorry. I need like a slime. That's a fun little noise. I kind of like that. I kind of like that little death noise. Yeah, this will work. Now you gotta open up Premiere. It's gonna break everything. Oh, I wish I could use something else other than Premiere, but everything's so slow. Premiere's not fast, but at least it freaking runs on my computer. Okay, I've just crashed everything. Control-Alt-Delete. Open up Task Manager. Yeah, we gotta restart the Explorer service. Keep Task Manager open just in case. I know, I do need the new versions. But I don't want to spend a bunch of money. Where is my Explorer? Did it just kill it? Full kill? Cool. Let's run a new task. Explorer. Let's hope that opens. Am I screwed right now? Hello, desktop. It's just not starting the task. It like starts it for a second. You can see it start. And then it stops. Well, okay. Let's restart all these. See if we can get one of these to work. Huh. Well, when that happens, that's not good. I've never had this happen. I'm gonna end Explorer fully. It won't let me end it. Why can't I end it? Okay. Windows. Why must you do this? You can see it. Oh, okay, we're okay now, I think. Come on, taskbar. Okay, we're back. God. God dang it. Hello, Premiere. Okay. We're fine. We're mostly fine. Keeping Task Manager open in case. Okay, let me actually download all these now. So yeah, really we just need the damage sound, death sound. There's no attack sound. There is a step sound, but he doesn't actually make steps. Because that's like an entity specific thing, so we don't really need to do that one. Let me open up sounds. I know, I need more. I actually need more RAM. It's insane that I do, but I do. I mean, right now it's not using much, but that is not going to stay the same. That's because I restarted my computer last night. But it's going to shoot up. You can see it shooting up. Just because I opened Premiere. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's partially my GPU. My CPU isn't that, like, used up. I have no idea. I don't know how to make my computer faster. It's probably GPU related. But I can't get a new GPU. Too expensive. Okay, let's bring the sounds in. So we got 2 slime sounds. That one will be like a when the slime gets hit, you know. And then these ones. We gotta go through these ones. If Premiere would play. My computer's not happy right now. I may need to close things. It's very not happy right now. There we go. So I just gotta pick one of these death sound. Too long. I like some of it. These 2 are pretty good. I like those ones. Oh, there's our Minecraft TV. Yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. It's probably just a guy, like, burping into water. I don't know how he made the sound, but... Let me get rid of that little... I've gargled, but he's doing it... I don't know how to gargle like this. I just don't have the voice. I don't know. How long do I want it to be? Probably not too long. I like this sound, but it is a little long. What if I shorten it? Well, it makes it high pitch, so let's do maintain audio pitch. It just destroys it, so... Yeah, we won't change the timing. I mean, it is a slow death. It's just a slime, so it's not like an enemy that's crazy and fast, you know what I mean? So what's up, Sneaky? Or is Ace Man? You need to hear him? He's in the chat. So let's send that one to Adobe Media Encoder. If this would freaking play. Can't play it. Can't play it. It's okay, I don't need to. Now watch, it's gonna start playing. Adobe Media Encoder. Ace Man on mic right now? No. I'm already too gooped out. If Ace joins the call, it's done for me. It's all Jover. Slime die. And slime hit. I need to make these guys actually do stuff. Right now they just follow you, but I need to make it so they actually make the target player slow, right? So should be really easy to do. So let's go to take damage. Let's just go to slime. All right, I haven't put the sounds in yet. Oh. Sound effects. This man owns you 1 million big boy bucks? That's crazy. I need to update the, you know. You know what I'm saying. You know, come on. Stop joking around, you know what I'm talking about. I'll just do one death sound for now. Maybe one day I'll do more. I just don't care right now. Okay, let's go take a gander at these guys kind of fully set up. Single player? I'm gonna go to manual save 2. Oh. That works. Looks like you found some food. Oh. Okay. I mean, other than their actual function, I mean, slimes are basically added, right? Like, I need to make them slow you down, but... Also, the sounds are too quiet. Just because these were mixed for the robots. But I believe, like, on the death sounds... Actually, I think it's on the corpse. Where that plays, actually. It's set to -10. It's fine. These guys... I can't imagine these guys would make a lot of noise, you know? They're just little slimy guys. So, I don't think they need to be loud. Die. Can't believe what monster would kill these little slimers, you know? I do love the animations for like slimes dying and like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Because it's very cool. They like kind of like fade into the ground. Ah, man. It's crazy what kind of physics they had in that game. Because it's so old, but they have a lot of like oddly really cool stuff, like the water shader. Like it actually reacts to things in the environment and like propagates waves, and there's like wave interaction and stuff. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, like these cube slimes. These guys are fun. But I like how it is. Basically, it's like they melt into the ground. They're gonna be different sizes. I could randomize their size a little bit. Just for fun. It would probably help add some randomness, you know? It's really easy to do. I just have to say scale times equals randef range. We'll do a vector, or let's just do randef range from 0.5 to 1.25. So they should all be random sizes now. Pretty easy to do, honestly. And like I want to have different variations for the slime, so like obviously there's this one, but I'd like to draw one that's just a little different. Just slightly, like just a tiny little bit of a different blob shape, just so that they're a little more random. Odds are you're probably not going to see a whole lot of these next to each other, obviously, because this is like an extreme case, right? But yeah. So now they're all random sizes. Some are a little tinier, some are pretty big. So I just had to make them slow you down. So yeah, you don't want to like dash into these guys and get gooped, you know? Whoa. Yeah, see there's some big guys in here. I don't want to make them get too big because then they can start to collide with like things like this. This is the case. They get stuck. It's not a problem for these guys because even if they're stuck, you know, just walking through them is kind of fine. So I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, it can become kind of a problem with enemies that actually attack you. I don't want them to get stuck on the walls all the time, so... And what I can do for these guys is change their navigation agent size, and that's how I can fix that. But it's like in the super easy. I just have to say, if the player's in the slime, then make them slow. So, and we can just do it in somewhere here. In here I have like all this stuff, so this will actually get the target. So we just say player. Right, and not custom logic. So we do get the player. What we're just going to say in here is inside the slime. We don't really need any of this. So we're just going to say if is server. Oops. Actually, no, these guys don't have that, do they? Yeah, so I just need to do multiplayer.isServer. So if this is on the server, not a client, which actually doesn't have to be on the server. This could also be on the client. So basically we just get a list of all the guys. We're gonna say get let's see here. How do we want to go about this? I'll probably just do a collision shape. I mean, they already have a collision thing, right? So I can just say in here, child entered. Let's just add an area node. This is going to be the easiest way to do it. And then a collision shape 2D. So this is just going to be a big old circle, like 16, whatever. That's just going to be kind of basically in the same spot, honestly, almost. And so whenever a player gets moved into here, so we're just going to say area entered. I'm just thinking here. Really quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an entity. The entity script. I'm just going to have a variable that's called like var slowed. By default, slowed will be false. But we'll say in here, like if slowed, then it modifies the speed. So this could work for a lot of things. It could work for like an ice effect, right? You get frozen and then you move slow. It could work for all sorts of things. So interesting. Why does slowed not seem to be... So slowed is false. Actually, no, that should work. Yeah, it's just not running that. Let's look at a slime again. So if the body is a player, then we say body.slowed equals true. I don't know why that doesn't work, because it should. Stream connection is bad? Oh. I am getting really bad stream connection, aren't I? I don't know why that is. Let me close out of some things. I think the frames are coming back. Gotta love it. It's running at 23,000 kilobits. I don't know why. It's just trying to catch up with the dropped frames, I think. God, I wish I could get better upload speed. This is not pre-recorded, no. Am I just super delayed on the stream right now? No, that thing's always out of date. Man, why does this stream gotta do this right now? Ugh. I don't know what to do. It's still just dropping frames, although my upload speed is at 20,000 right now. Is it just the bitrate or something? I mean, why would it be doing that? God dang it. I really don't want to stop the stream and restart everything. Okay. OBS is probably having a fit. Oh yeah, I did mute my mic by default. That's weird. Okay. Are we back? OBS was just very unhappy. Yeah, I don't know. OBS is going crazy. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. But we're back. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why this doesn't. Okay, so it just thinks it's not a player for some. I don't know how that's possible. Because I have it set to player. So if the thing is a player, then it should work. Huh. That's pretty weird. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this. I don't know why it doesn't work. There's gotta be a reason, I'm sure. Don't know why that check wouldn't work. If is player. There's nothing weird about that. Sometimes Godot gets a little funny about like referencing other classes for some reason. And you know, I don't know why it does it, but that's just not working, is it? Weird. Anything in the errors? No. Yeah, that's probably why. God damn. Didn't have the right mask. Yeah. That was just a stupid mistake. Let's restart everything. I'm sure it's all good now. Is the width masking layers, I know, right? It's always one of those. I think we're okay now. Load up the game, and let's see. Interesting, it doesn't say pre-release down here. I thought I set it to pre-release. I guess not. So I go into the slime, I should... Oh, boss room right there. That's interesting. I should get slow. Oh my god, true wisdom. And... No? Oh, I set it to 3. The player's mask of 2. Oh, okay, so it slows... It slows my animation, but it's not slowing my speed for some reason. Let's go check on that. It should be working, because I set it to 0.25. Oh, it's because I'm doing it before I calculate my velocity. So I have to do it before then. Yeah. Let's just do it right before movement. Okay, this should work now. Yeah, so when you're in the slimes, you're very slow. So you can get out of the slimes, because the slimes themselves are very slow. So that's good. I mean, this is about how I would want it. So I need to add some kind of like effect, status effect system, right? Because basically what I want is that you get touched by slime, it like sets your slowness cooldown, and while that's greater than 0, you'll be slow. So that's actually should be pretty easy to do. So we just have to say if slow timer or slowed timer is greater than 0. It'll just say slow timer minus equals 1 times delta. So that way we can actually set how long that's active for. Then back into entity, we'll get rid of slowed and call it or slow timer. And by default, that'll be 0. It'll do this whole business again because it always does that. And then we just say body.slow timer will be 2 seconds or something. And I may have to change this instead of body to enter it. I'm just going to have to check every frame for what bodies are currently inside of the slime, which shouldn't be a huge issue, I don't think. All right, let's load back up the save. Oh. Ah, it's because I had to relaunch the... Yeah, it's not anything I did. It's just because Godot thinks that it doesn't know. It's just, yeah. What's that? It's video gaming coming to a new phase, and they get video games with BCIs. It's definitely going to be interesting. I don't know how long it'll be until it's like more of a commercial thing instead of just for people with disabilities, but as soon as it is, it'll probably be pretty interesting. I do have a BCI. It's not very good because it's kind of a cheap one, but it's kind of fun though. You can do some cool things with it. I mean, I would love to see a game that actually utilizes one fully. What is going on here? It's probably because it's screaming about the player script being broken. But it's not. Size is non-existent. So player dot, it's probably because the player is not being instantiated properly because it's screaming about the... Let's close all the tabs right now. This always happens. Okay, look, the player, it's fine. You're right here, right? Player, yeah. Extends entity that has slowed timer. So stop crying, Godot. Try this again. Will slow your attack with damage? It shouldn't, no. I could make it slow the attack. It wouldn't be a bad idea for sure. Okay, is this gonna crash again? I swear to God. Why is it crashing? What did I change? I didn't do anything. Non-existent function size and base nil. So held items is nothing. That's just not true. Because held items is right down here. It literally starts as an empty dictionary by default. There's no way that it can be null. My God. I think I gotta full restart the whole engine. Godot, why do you do this to me? Yeah, I mean, I do have one. It's not good at all, the BCI, but it's getting there, you know. I imagine in a few years' time, when it becomes more of a serious thing, I think it's going to be a lot better. So, I'm pretty excited to see where it'll go, for sure. Can we do with it? Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of things you could do. Honestly, it's pretty limitless. I mean, if you have one that works really well, I think navigating UI would be awesome, you know? You don't have to have any kind of hardware or anything, no peripherals. You can just think, I want to go to options. I want to change this option. It's super easy. Yeah, UI navigation would be awesome with a BCI. I can't wait for that. I think if you combine a BCI and VR, you're set. Like, that's going to be really awesome. Because VR navigation really sucks with your fingers and stuff. It's very inaccurate. So using a BCI for that's going to be huge. It's probably going to... If BCIs get pretty popular, BCIs are going to take VR with it, probably. We'll see. So what's up, MBG? Welcome back. Slime is looking good. I looked around for some other shaders. I got it looking how I want, pretty much. So there we go. This is what it looks like now. Let me hide those. I think it looks fine. In motion, it actually looks pretty good, so I'll show you that. Although I'm having a freaking issue right now. I don't get it. It's like is my save corrupted? I don't get it. It's not the script screaming at me anymore, so that's weird. Unless it is. But it does it everywhere, so that doesn't make any sense. It's saying non-existent function size. That's just not true, because size, or held items, right? Player.held items. That will be an array. Right? So, oh my God, unless that's what happened. No, that's still okay. Why is it defaulting to a null array? I don't get this. And it just reset all of everything. Everything's reset on the player. Thank you, Godot. Thank you so much. You know, it's so funny when Godot does that. You know, it's hilarious. Honestly. I freaking love it when Godot resets all of my exported variables. And I have to redo everything. That's so cool. God dang it. Because now everything's screwed up. The death sounds are gone. The death sprite is gone. It's all broken. Come on, bruh. Well, let me load up the game and see how bad the damage is. Oh, God. Yeah, this happens occasionally. This is one of the reasons why I'm a little iffy about exporting things like this, because sometimes it just dies and deletes all the data. It really sucks. I mean, obviously I have it on GitHub, but the time to go get all that, it's just not worth it. But yeah. Isn't that just complete virtual reality? Basically, yeah. I think that's when it's going to really hit its peak, both VR and BCI, honestly. Is when you can actually finally be immersed in stuff. Work's always so impressive. Come here every time. It's like, man, it's really fresh art. I appreciate that, yeah. I try to keep it fresh with stuff. I'm happy to hear that. Snooze is sad. This is the thing. Some things are like fine, like mining target position. Like it's set to 0, but for some reason I have to reset it because it's null. This is what sucks about this when this happens, is I don't even know what's broken anymore. You know? It's just like, God dang it, dude. My Godot. It's one of my most hated things about Godot is when it does that, because it's catastrophic. And it's lost all the references. It shows them here, but they're not real. They're not real at all. And closing out of the reloading the project doesn't fix it. I'll try just to make sure. But I've already done it multiple times. So now I have to go through and re-reference everything. This is one of the reasons why I use file paths. People attack me for using file paths, but they don't ever corrupt. Now I have to go through every single thing in here and find it again, and it sucks. Oh my god. I don't even know where half of this stuff is. Hey, game developer, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome in. How's it going? Oh, and see if I search, I can't. Oh my god, this sucks. This is awful. Yeah, thanks so much for the raid. Let me give you a shout out here. Oh, all caps by accident. There you go. What's up? What were you up today on your stream? I'm just currently dealing with some garbage. All my values for everything got reset for some reason. So that's not fun. At least I can search. This is better. Thank God. I spent all day. I bet those are all corrupted. I don't know why this happens. I don't know. It's like sometimes it's when you change or you save a script and it's like an error. It just breaks everything. If it is also overridden the ancient automaton data and stuff like that, I'm gonna nuke everything. Now we're fine. I think. So cool here, they can't type correctly, so your fingers hurt. I wish it was cold for once in my life. It was actually pretty nice today, I gotta be real. What? I reset them. Don't tell me I have to delete them and then do it. Oh my god, I probably do. Because it thinks that it's already the same one I assigned, even though it's not real. It's like a fake. This is my greatest fear. Seeing my stuff in here get reset. Please just work. What's your problem, man? I can't even set health bar anymore. It's just not working. Bruh. And I don't think I can do any kind of repair. Ah, I swear to God. I swear to God. I hate to do it. I don't want to, but I might have to go copy the scene from GitHub and reload it into the project because it's stupid. Oh my God, dude. Let's go find the player. Oh, there's so many. Can't I search? Oh yeah, I can. This is not what I want right now. This is the absolute last thing that I want right now. There's a player list. Where's player? There it is. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do if I can't. What else can I even do? Maybe I just gotta close the tab. I just gotta close out of it. Get out of it. Now reopen. We went on a trip up north. It was so much hotter. Felt like we switched seasons. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's been so hot here every day. It's like 90 degrees every single day. Alexa, what's 90 degrees in Celsius? Okay. She doesn't work anymore either. Oh, great. Game crashed. Yay! Dude, I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy that my whole scene got corrupted. The most important scene in the entire game. That's so fun. Don't you guys love that? Don't you love when that happens to your game? Your whole game breaks? It's so cool. I just gotta say, it's like my favorite thing in the world. Kill. I am gonna freaking kill, dude. I don't know what to do. I can't. It doesn't let me. You can pin values? What does that mean? Does that mean it stays the same? They just stay at the top? They don't, though. But, okay. The last Git commit was from a while ago. It was last month. For 7.1. I mean, I don't think I changed any values on the right. It was honestly just like the scripts. So I could just save the player script, but I've changed nodes though. That's the problem, right? Okay, I'm just gonna do this to fix it because I don't want to have to go reset everything right now. I'm literally just gonna take a screenshot of all these values and I'm just gonna delete them. I'm gonna save the scene so that it like applies, and now I'm gonna go find them again. This is making me like right now I'm like I don't want to use these anymore. You know, I want to use file paths. I don't care what people say. oh, you get plus 1% performance. It's not worth it if I'm gonna lose my whole scene. So I can't even do it anymore. It just doesn't work. So I freaking give up at this point. I'm just gonna go up here and say health bar is not that anymore. I'd rather deal with this problem like once in a very rare circumstance than this happening again. This happens all the time. Every time I change the script, if oh, you pressed Control S? Well, all your stuff is gonna break now. I don't hate Godot. You know, I like Godot. But God, this is a stupid issue with Godot. The fact that this happens. And I know this isn't a problem exclusive to the Steam build I'm on, because this also happened before that. So this is a Godot issue. I mean, I hope that one day they fix it. Maybe for 4.3. Oh my god. It's just not worth the hassle if it's gonna do this, you know? I can reset the numbers, but having to go through and redo the references and then it not even working, that's not fun, right? Same with weapon reference. I need to change that now. Just go up to the top one, okay. You know, I just don't change these things enough for it to be worth it, and that's the thing. Okay. Can edit the data files directly and change the path. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, forget it. I'm just swapping back to the paths, right? And I'm sure there's going to be problems with all this stuff now, because, like, yeah. Because now weapon reference isn't a static thing anymore. Oh, maybe on some of these I can keep it. Like the ones that do need it to reference it, right? Oh, that's the thing, I can't. So I have to click on that. Then I have to go find hand, wherever the heck that is. Is there an open issue about this? I don't even know, honestly. As much as I would love to be opening issues for these kinds of things, I just don't have the time. The problem with opening an issue on something like Godot is that you need to spend all the time, you need to create a, like, reproduce the problem in a reliable way and stuff. And for one of these issues like this that just is almost seemingly random, it just kind of sucks, you know? I can't move. I don't know why. I mean, I'll kill everyone if this stuff broke. Okay. What's the problem? Okay, speed modifier is 1, so that's not the problem. But what is? Is it the entity speed? No. There is no entity speed. Oh my god. I just can't move. So what is speed? 1600, that's not the problem. It's gonna print what velocity is. It's 0. When I press things, it does not change my velocity. So... okay. I don't know why that happens. It's because can move is false. Cool. And now I don't even know if, like, do the damage sounds work? Does any of this stuff work anymore? Probably not. It's probably all broken. And now the health is going to be all screwed up. Okay, I can move. I can slash. I can roll. My god, dude. Just got a little bit of water left in here. Gonna go. Hope everything goes well. Yeah, thanks for popping in, MBG. I appreciate it. Thanks for the help on the shaders also. You are kind of my shader sensei. I don't know what I would do if you didn't guide the way forward. Okay, let's see if this works. It does work. The timer works, so like it'll go for another 2 seconds or whatever after I get out of the slime. Okay. So slimes are basically implemented and work. That's good. Let's go see if I can take damage or if that's even gonna work. Okay, the damage sounds work. I guess we're fine. I think the only thing that got broken was the actual player variables here. So I think we're fine. So, yeah, I don't think this health stuff matters even with the player. I actually have no idea, like, if it's set to... I guess HP, I mean, it is the same as... okay. But was it 8 before? I need to figure that out now. Let's go look at a video. Always be there for shader needs shaders hidden. Thank you, thank you. So let's go look at an old video, I guess, now. Let's look at the trailer. Too loud. Problem, though, is that I kept the... okay, we can see it here. Come on, get to it. Oh, that was right there. Come on. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess the players always had 8 health. So that's fine. Cooldown isn't anything because that gets reset. Attack, range, current HP doesn't matter. Rotation offset is fine. Hold items is an empty array. Okay, I can't wait for that new Godot thing. I think it's in 4.3, but you can export without it being in here. The thing that sucks about multiplayer is that you have to export things in order to use them in, like, the synchronizer, for example. But the problem is then you clog up your scripts with all these random things that you really should not change. But they have to be there to make the game function. I really, really, really hope that 4.3 has that thing where I can just not do this because it sucks. It's stupid. The thing that's going to be really frustrating is I won't be able to use 4.3 until Godot Steam is for 4.3, so that's too bad. Okay, I think we're good. The slimes work. I'm at the end of my rope. Honestly. Yeah. I think everything's good to go here. Let's see. Is there anything else that I screwed up or broke? I don't think so. I mean, not necessarily that I broke. Yeah. I think we're fine. Oh, man. Frustrating that this happens. God, why do you do this, Godot? It's just such a major setback. Okay, anyways, I think we're good to go. Slime is implemented into the game now. He does his little warble. Eventually I'll get around to doing some more animations, maybe like a movement sound. Which would be fun. But I'm done for today. I'm so tired. I just can't take it anymore. Honestly. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. I'm going to go find somebody to raid. Sorry about this stream being frustrating, but sometimes that's how it goes. But yeah. Who do we want to raid? Ryan is actually... Oh. Ryan streaming, so that's cool. Adagon is also streaming. He's actually playing community demos. Sounds cool. Basically just started. Okay. Ryan was in here earlier. We could give him a raid probably. I mean, what is he working on? Yes. I got his fewer viewers though. Let's go see what these demos are all about. I mean, that sounds pretty fun. God, well now I'm conflicted. I don't know anymore. Cases like this, usually I do a coin flip. Let's flip a coin. Heads, we'll raid Adagon. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay, flipping. It's heads.
Okay, we're raiding Adagon. So let's do that. Anyways, thank you everybody for coming to the stream. I will be live tomorrow around the same time. But yeah. We're getting there very slowly. I'm just kind of chipping away at a few little dungeon things here and there for early access, so yeah. Hopefully that goes well. We'll see. But thank you everybody for coming. Yeah, raid message, big boy raid, you know, the usual. Yeah. But I'm gonna go over there now. We're gonna go to Adagon. Yeah, feel free to check out the game on Steam, wishlist it, all the usual stuff. And thank you everybody for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah. Alright. Heading over now. See you tomorrow, possibly, gamers. Bye-bye.